Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody created this graphic and he's already deleted the lines, he said, but how he wanted to know how I could fill in the white with yellow or another color without having to go back and fill in each spot. Well, you can do that by building a box. Now, I know nothing about printing, but I'm thinking that the black is going to print black and the yellow is going to print yellow. And even though there's yellow behind the black, I shouldn't think it would really matter. And I know somebody's going to ask how they drew that. And I just kind of looked at it really close. I'm going to take a perfect square and I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. Then I'm going to take a 2-point line and go from that corner to that corner. But now I'm going to make it taller. So if I click on it with a pick tool and I grab that, I can make it as tall as I want because we want to get past the edges. Now I'm going to move the center rotation of that node, and I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate, and I'm going to rotate it 5 degrees, and then Control D all the way around. See, that way my lines go past the box. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to nudge my box out of the way for a second. I'm going to Control G to group that, Control D to duplicate it, and I'm going to mirror it sideways. Now I can bring my box back, and you can see it mirrored it sideways, but it's also too big. But that's no problem. We can take our graphic here because it's grouped together and have it snapped to right there. Now, you could get rid of some of these lines pre-hand, and if you hold down the Alt key, it will get rid of all the lines it touches. And I'm only doing that just to make it maybe a little bit more simpler for people to see what they're doing, so those won't be a distraction. And then just start anywhere and take your Smart Fill tool, and we'll use that black again and need to kind of zoom in and do every other square. And also I would maybe bring this line down where it's kind of even with this line. We could very easily do that by getting right in the middle and getting the 2-point cross and just have it snap to there. That way we won't have, well, you're still going to, you know what, that doesn't really help. Anyway, every other block. And almost if you do it kind of like this, to me it's a little easier. Because then you're going to have to zoom in a little bit, but just do every other block as far as you can go without zooming in. And sometimes it's a little bit confusing. What's the every other block? I think I need to go and fill in the top little space. Or you could do it maybe along the diamond, outwardly, and do every other one or do the triangular part. But anyway, I'm just going to do it this way. Whoop. And see if you get two together and just back up. So that's why I'm saying it's a little bit confusing sometimes. We'll do that later when we get to it. And that's what I was saying. You could actually go this way, and just depending on which way you think is the easiest for you. See how I messed up there? And you could probably, I didn't think about it. You could probably do half of them and then duplicate it over. You could do it. Well, you would have to have all the lines, but I'm pretty sure they're equal, so that might be a benefit. But anyway, what I'm getting at, we're going to, instead of going back in and turning, doing all these steps that we're doing with the Smart Fill tool, I'm going to just put a background on it. And hopefully a printer will confirm that it won't show through. But you get kind of it's a neat effect. I like it. That's one advantage of me making these videos. People send me stuff that I might not ever thought of. I'm going to leave that bottom one alone and do every other one here. Let me zoom in and just do every other one. I need to learn how to pause my video so you don't have to painstakingly watch this. And see, this might be a good way just to stair step them this way. Anyway, almost there. We're going to get to the heart of the video where to fill that in. Regardless if you've taken your lines away yet, that's a pretty cool effect if you really look at it from back away from the computer. Anyway, and then your discretion where you're going to fill that in or not. I'll go ahead and leave it filled in. Now we have our rectangle, but I'm going to take away all the lines because I don't want the lines. And then if you hold down your shift key and double click on your rectangle tool, it puts a rectangle around it. We'll move that over. We'll do a light blue this time. But since you created it last, it's going to be on top. So we need to go to object order, back a page, and then just nudge it back. And I'm just wondering if you did it again and mirrored these up top so it looks like it's going in a hole. But anyway, hope that answered his question, and thank you for watching.